estate crisis, America's $1.5 trillion time bomb. Imagine owning a skyscraper that once generated millions of dollars every year. The lobby was packed every morning. Every elevator was full. Every office was rented. Banks competed to lend you money. Investors called it one of the safest investments in America. Today, those same buildings sit half empty. Some are worth less than the debt used to buy them. Owners are walking away. Banks are quietly preparing for billions in losses. And economists are asking one terrifying question. Could empty office buildings trigger America's next financial crisis? This isn't just a story about real estate. It's a story about how one of the largest markets in the world suddenly stopped working, and why the consequences could affect everyone, even people who've never stepped inside an office tower. This is the hidden crisis unfolding beneath America's skyline. The golden age of office buildings. For decades, commercial real estate was considered one of the safest investments in America. Cities like New York, San Francisco, Chicago, Los Angeles, Boston, and Washington, D.C. became symbols of economic power. Every company wanted prestigious office space. Employees came in 5 days a week. Long-term leases guaranteed reliable income. Banks loved financing office towers because default rates were historically low. Pension funds invested billions. Insurance companies bought office debt. Investment firms competed to own landmark buildings. Everything depended on one simple assumption. People would always work in offices. For years, that assumption looked impossible to break. Then, 2020 changed everything. The remote work revolution. When the pandemic forced businesses to shut their offices, millions of employees began working from home. At first, everyone assumed it was temporary. But companies soon discovered something unexpected. Many employees remained productive. Businesses realized they could reduce office expenses. Workers enjoyed flexibility. Hybrid work became the new normal. Suddenly, companies no longer needed entire floors. Some reduced their office space. Others canceled expansion plans. Some left completely. Across America, vacancy rates climbed. Buildings that once had waiting lists for tenants now struggled to fill even half their space. And that's when property values began to fall. The debt trap. Office buildings are rarely bought with cash. Most are purchased using enormous loans. A developer might buy a building worth hundreds of millions of dollars using borrowed money. The plan is simple. Rent pays the mortgage. Everything works. As long as tenants keep paying rent. But when companies leave, income falls. The building becomes worth less. Then another problem appears. Many commercial real estate loans last only a few years before they must be refinanced. Unfortunately, interest rates today are much higher than they were just a few years ago. That means owners now face larger monthly payments on buildings that are generating less income. Some simply cannot afford it. Instead of refinancing, they hand the keys back to the bank. Why banks are worried? Regional banks hold a significant share of commercial real estate loans. If property owners stop paying, banks absorb the losses. One default may not seem serious, but hundreds of defaults across the country can quickly become dangerous. Banks then tighten lending. Businesses struggle to borrow money. Construction slows. Investment declines. Economic growth weakens. This is why commercial real estate isn't just a property problem. It can become a banking problem. History has shown that financial crises often begin quietly, long before they become front-page news. Can office buildings be saved? Some cities are trying a different solution. Instead of waiting for office demand to recover, developers are converting empty buildings into apartments, hotels, universities, laboratories, or mixed-use spaces. But these conversions are expensive. Many office towers were never designed for residential living. Some projects cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Others aren't technically possible at all. There is no single solution. Every city faces different challenges. The future of commercial real estate will likely look very different from its past. America's commercial real estate crisis isn't simply about empty buildings. It's about changing habits, changing technology, changing business models, and changing expectations about work itself. Some office towers will recover. Others may never regain their former value. The real question isn't whether commercial real estate has changed. It already has. The question is whether banks, investors, cities, and businesses can adapt before the next wave of debt comes due. Because history teaches us one important lesson. Financial crises rarely begin with a single dramatic event. They begin with problems that seem manageable. Until suddenly, they aren't. The empty skyscrapers rising above America's cities may be more than just symbols of remote work. They may also be warning signs of one of the biggest financial transformations of our generation. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world. Thanks for watching.